D, wait for it, rightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I read to bring you this story, and you can check them out for yourself and, whatever. But we're actually going to do a little something different today. I'm going to go through the articles that I read for you guys. I'm going to do a little bit differently, see if this helps me out personally as a content creator, and see if it helps you guys out, with the viewing experience. So before I get started, though, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we always get pushed to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So why don't we go ahead and get started? And so for my first story, it comes from Variety, and it says White Lotus is season 2 at HBO Max cast Aubrey Plaza. We're just going to bust down here a little bit. It says, oh, hold on. I want to get rid of this advertisement. Nobody likes advertisements. All right. So it says Aubrey Plaza is checking into the White Lotus season 2 at HBO. Variety has learned Plaza will appear in the series' regular role of Harper Spiller, a woman on vacation with her husband and friends. As previously announced, season 2 of the hit dark comedy will take place at an entirely new White Lotus resort than the one in Hawaii used in season 1. And if you have a chance to go watch season 1, it's actually a pretty good show. I personally enjoyed it. Plaza is not the first cast member announced for the new season. It was previously reported that Michael Imperoli would be appearing in season 2 as well. Season 1 star Jennifer Collins is also rumored to be returning, but HBO has yet to officially confirm that. We're just going to come down here now. It says Plaza is perhaps best known for her role in the beloved NBC comedy Parks and Recreation, starring as part of the show's ensemble cast throughout its 7-season run. She recently signed on to star in the Hulu drama Olga Dies Dreaming, and will lend her voice to the FX animated series Little Demon. On the film side, Plaza has starred in projects like Ingrid Goes West. I actually like that movie. Black Bear, never seen it, and Happiest Season. I didn't like Happiest Season, but I do like Aubrey Plaza. She's great. So, and I did like her in that movie. She will next be seen in the Guy Ritchie film Operation Fortune, Ruse de Guerre. I don't know how to to say that one, and Emily the Criminal, the latter of which will premiere at the 2022 Sundance Film Festival. She is repped by MGM. The White Lotus was created by Mike White, who serves as writer, director, and executive producer on the series. David Brander and Mark Carmine, also executive producers. The show received strong critical acclaim upon its release back in July, with Coolidge, is that a Coolidge? Yeah, that's in particular drawing praise for her role as the grieving Tanya McCoy. I don't know how to say that. And that's that. I think this is a good idea. Like I said before, I love Aubrey Plaza, so I have nothing but good things to say about her. I did like White Lotus. It was very interesting to watch that show and just to see how all that went down. It was just really good. I would suggest going to see it. It is on HBO. I can't remember. I don't know. I have both of them. I should cancel. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's great. And I do love, like I said, Aubrey Plaza is great. So good for her. So that is my first story of the week. So for my second story of the week, Michael Bay, Gareth Evans, and Patrick Hughes team on a new reimagining of Evans' The Raid for Netflix. Now, it says 3 of the biggest action directors in the game are coming together to help give a new spin on one of the decade's most acclaimed action picks. Sources tell Deadline that Netflix has come aboard a new reimagining of Gareth Evans' cult classic The Raid, tapping Patrick Hughes to direct with Michael Bay and XYZ Films on board to produce. Now, Evans will executive produce along with Range Media Partners, which reps all three talents. Hughes will co-write the script with James Beaufort. I don't know how to say that. The original film was written and directed by Evans and followed an elite Indonesian SWAT team that becomes trapped in a tenement run by a ruthless mobster and his army of killers and thugs. The film premiered at the 2012 Toronto Film Festival and earned instant praise for its insane action sequences and turned Evans into one of the festival's biggest stars. Sony Pictures Classics would release the film, which gained a cult fan base that would lead to a sequel, The Raid 2. Now, I just have to say real quick before I get onto this, I love The Raid and Raid 2. Raid 2 is not as good as Raid 1, but I do love The Raid. It's so good. It's like crazy good. Like, I love that movie with every fiber of my being. It's just so good. Hollywood has been trying to, and I'll tell you my thoughts on this whole reboot in just a second. Hollywood has been trying to reboot the title ever since, and this looks like the one that will finally make it to production. Sorry, I'm just gonna soften my lips a little bit. Anyways, this version is set in Philadelphia's drug-infested Badlands, where an elite undercover DEA task force climbs a ladder of cartel informants to catch an elusive kingpin. We're incredibly excited about Patrick's unique vision for this film. It's a directly original take on the material, which promises to pay great respect to the original film while also bringing a fresh approach and perspective that will set its own course in the action genre, the producers said. The package has been in the works for some time. A package is where and I did a video on this and I'll leave it in the iCard section and everything, but a package is where an agency will put together a movie script, and they'll try to get a director and an actor, like a big name actor, usually within house, like the writer. They represent the writer, the director, and the actor. And they'll be like, hey, you guys want to do this movie? They'll say yes. They'll be like, hey, we've got this movie about, a raid. It's a raid remake, but we've got this actor, this big star, and then we have this big director on board. Who wants it? Give us your money. And that's just and everything. That's just a quick thing on it. All right, where was I? Let's see. The package has been in the works for some time, and insiders say it all came together after the rights lapsed on the most recent try at a reboot. Once that happened, Bay and Hughes rep at WME suggested taking a shot at getting involved in rebooting it, and both were game. Since both shared reps, sources add that an introduction was made between Bay and Hughes, who instantly hit off as they are both made from the same cloth, given their high octane action ties. Sorry. Where was I? Shoot, I lost my place, you little cutie patooties. Give me 2 seconds. Ties. There we go. I'm right here. There we go. On top of that, Hughes' new take on the story excited all of those involved, including Bay and Evans. And after taking the package around town, Netflix was aggressive to get into pole position and to land the package. It recently closed the deal following a lengthy negotiation. I'm pretty sure they were, Netflix does do good with action movies, so maybe this will be good for them. And again, I will tell you my overall idea for this. After this paragraph, Hughes has quickly become one of the go-to directors in town when it comes to big action movies. Following his breakthrough work on The Expendables 3, he has since directed the box office hit The Hitman's Bodyguard and its sequel, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Next up for Hughes is the action comedy The Man from Toronto, starring Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson. Hughes, Bay, and Evans are all repped by Range Media Partners. Bay and Evans are also repped by WME, and yada. Okay. And that's probably who put it together, Range Media Partners. They probably put that package together. I personally do not think this is a great idea. I mean, it might be a good idea, but I just, it really worries me when they say reboot on such a good film. And it's probably just going to be, Americanized. And I mean, if you go back and you watch the Raid, it's so great. I think maybe they should just be like, call this maybe Raid 3. And just be like, this is just, and maybe have a character from the original 2 movies, or the original movie, because I can't remember the name of the character that's the main character in that movie, but have him come on and be like, he's like, hey, this is our overseas, rep or whatever, and he's coming in because he wants to, maybe give us some ideas slash get some ideas to take home with him, kind of thing, and just so that way they can kind of keep it fresh, like they're trying to do, and all that. Now, as far as the doing it in Philadelphia goes, I think that's a good idea, just because right now, if you look at the statistics and all that stuff, Philadelphia is not doing well crime-wise. It's actually gone up quite a huge percentage. And climbing the ladder to get to the kingpin, it's probably going to be a queen pin and everything, with today's client. It's probably going to be some boss bitch that's all like, I don't need no mans. I built this drug empire on my own and everything. You're just gonna be like, whatever, get out of here with that nonsense. But yeah, I'm not that I say women can't be, queen pins. I'm just saying, like, that's probably what it's going to be. It's going to be Judge Dredd. It's going to be like, what's her face from Cersei Lannister from Judge Dredd. That's all it's going to be. That's exactly what it's going to be. So just made Judge Dredd 2. Okay. So that's my second story of the week. So for my third story of the week, boom. Netflix raises prices on all plans in the US from $1 to $2 per month. Now, when I saw this, I was like, oh, wait, what? And everything. And I do want to talk about this. There's other articles about this, but this was the first one that I read, so I just wanted to read to you guys. Okay, Netflix is raising prices across all of its plans in the US today. Now, this already happened if you're watching this, but company's standard plan will rise to $15.50 per month from $14, while the 4K plan will rise to $20 per month from $18. The basic plan, which doesn't include HD, which is so horrible, is also rising to $10 per month from $9. Prices are rising in Canada as well. I don't like this idea. I just want to tell you guys right now, and I'll talk about that. Just give me 2 more seconds. The price hikes go into effect immediately for new subscribers. For existing subscribers, the changes will be rolled out gradually, with Netflix promising to email members 30 days before the price hike goes into effect. I think that's kind of nice. Like, I don't think we're going to have to pay it immediately because we're not new subscribers. We've had it for a long time. But I do think that this is significant, and I'll talk about that right after this paragraph, because I do want to get into this. And it says, prices for a Netflix plan have steadily gone up in recent years. Yes, they have. The standard plan went from $14 per month from $13 to in late 2020, after previous rising in the 13 from 11 to 2019. Prior to that, Netflix raised prices in 2017 and 2015 when Netflix announced its first wide-scale price increase in 2014. The company was so worried about losing subscribers over a $1 per month bump that it let existing members keep their price for 2 years. It hasn't offered such a generous perk in the years since. And I just want to say right now that I do think that Netflix is becoming like a cable company. And I think they mentioned that here, which I'll keep reading in just a second. But if you look at these Netflix price hikes, they put it right here. And I just want to say, like, I have the standard one. And that's 2 screens. And it's, first off, it's super obnoxious that when you're paying, if you're paying $20 a month, you should get more than 4 screens. And they do talk about how, like, it's only $1 a month, an extra $1 a month. That's only $12 a year. But if you look at right now with today's time, you look at inflation, you look at some bills are going up. I know my bills are. My gas bill has tripled since recently since 2021, and it's just, I think that if they keep increasing, they're going to be like a cable company. If you ever had cable before, you youngsters might not have. I had to cut the cord because it was just crazy paying for cable, which I barely watched anymore, and then not being able, and then paying for all these streaming services. And I have too many streaming services. And what this is going to do is this is going to have people start thinking, what can I cut out as far as streaming services goes? And I did read an article one time way back in the day that most people are really willing to pay for 3 streaming services. For me, I think how many do I have? I have like 4 or 5. Like I have Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max. I'm trying to think, what else do I have? I have Paramount Plus. I think Peacock is free. I do have Peacock. I can't remember if I have another one off the top of my head. But I can tell you right now, me personally, I have to sit down and really figure out which ones, because I think I'm just going to keep it down to 3. And HBO Max is already, I think I pay $14 for HBO Max. So this right here is I think is a little crazy bones. And it's going to get to the point where people will start thinking, maybe I don't need Netflix, especially if they start cutting down the budgets of their TV shows. For instance, The Witcher, I personally felt like The Witcher season 2 wasn't as good production wise as season 1. And I don't know if they lessened the budget on that, but I could definitely tell that, there was barely any magic in it and everything. And it was crazy. Okay. So the price hikes come during a successful but challenging moment for Netflix. The company already has a wealth of subscribers across the US, and adding more is a challenge. Making price hikes an obvious answer to how it can make more money. And that makes sense, but if you are charging people so much money that they can't afford this, plus what they're doing, plus everything else, then maybe people will start to question, what do I need to do to lower my bills and everything. At the same time, Netflix is now competing with several other serious streaming services for attention, including Disney Plus and HBO Max, and it's been spending big on content to keep up. And that's another thing. I don't remember if it mentions in this, but they're operating at a non-profit. I think they're not getting any profits right now. They're just kind of like going, and keeping this steady, flow of content. And they're hoping that I think in 5 years that they're going to start making a profit that's really substantial. I don't quote me on any of that, because I read in another article. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyways, we're updating our prices so that we can continue to offer a wide variety of quality entertainment options, a Netflix spokesman told Reuters. As always, we offer a range of plans so members can pick a price that works for their budget. Netflix isn't the only service that's been raising prices lately. Hulu hiked the price of its ad-sponsored and ad-free tiers by $1 per month in October. Disclosure: The Verge is currently producing a series with Netflix, which that bothers me in the sense because The Verge is writing this article and they're all like, oh, by the way, we have a project in the works. So we're just, they try to paint it in a good light in this article, in my opinion. And I don't think this is good. The reason I don't think it's good is because, like I said before, people like myself will start questioning, what can I get rid of? And I'll tell you right now, if it's low quality, like Netflix puts out a lot of stuff, but if they are substituting quality for content, for quantity, I'm not interested. Like Disney Plus, yeah, they have old cartoons like Gargoyles and stuff that I absolutely love. I'll go and watch that stuff. Why? Because it's quality. And they're putting out, even though I don't like the Disney Plus shows, I have nothing against the quality of them because I think they put in the money to make those shows. Same thing with the Star Wars shows. Even though Book of Boba Fett hasn't been that great, I do think that the quality is a lot better than a lot of stuff that Netflix is putting out. And if they start to put out, say, a Witcher season 3 where it looks friggin' awful, I'm not interested in that. Not one bit. I'm not paying for crap TV. I just don't want it. So, like I said before, I really do think that people are going to start questioning their services. All right, you guys. Well, that is all I got for you today in my three stories. Tell me, what did you guys think about these three stories? Or how do you feel about this? How do you feel about Aubrey Plaza being in the White Lotus season 2 at HBO Max or HBO? Do you like Aubrey Plaza? Did you watch White Lotus season 1? If you didn't, why not? It's pretty good. If you did watch it, what did you like? Who was your favorite character? How did you feel about the ending? All that good stuff. And then tell me also, how do you feel about Michael Bay, Gareth Evans, and Patrick Hughes teaming up together to do a reimagining of The Raid for Netflix? I mean, do you think it's good that it's going to Netflix? Do you think it'll be as high action packed as the first two were? Do you think that reimagining it, be Americanizing, an Eastern film is good, or do you think it's bad and they're just, trying to whitewash everything, it won't be as good, or do you think it'll be better? I don't know. We'll see, but tell me what you think. And then also, how do you feel about Netflix raising their prices? I mean, I've already went into it like a buttload in this video, but I just want to say again, I don't know if this is the best idea. People, especially in today's time with inflation going up and products not being on shelves and stuff. And I think that it might right now might not have been the best time to do this. I mean, they did have a surge during the pandemic and during lockdowns and everything because everybody was stuck at home, but everybody's not stuck at home right now. And I can tell you right now, I watch less TV, especially on Netflix. So I think that, again, I don't know if this is the best idea, but yeah. All right, you guys, that's all I got for you guys. Go ahead and tell me what you think and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week on my week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye.
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that geek what icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my week in review.